It can be frustrating when you first come to wigs because there's so much to know about wig wearing. So many things we have no clue about that we don't ever even think about. Today we're going to talk about parting a human hair wig, changing the part on a human hair wig. You know, when we come to wigs, we just think, okay, I'll just change the part. We'll take our comb, we'll find where we want that new part to be, we'll kind of part it, we'll comb it, and then that happens. And it doesn't want to change. I am going to show you how to change the part on your human hair wig using water and air. Let's do it. My name is Denise. I'm also known as heywigsister on Instagram and Facebook. And just like you, I started with zero knowledge about wigs. And I stumbled my way through in the beginning. And by the grace of God, I found some really wonderful women sharing their journey and education, just like I'm trying to do now. And I am so grateful to them. And I feel like part of what I do here is showing my appreciation and giving back to my wig sister and hair loss sister community. This is a topic that I haven't actually seen a lot of people talk about. And, you know, maybe it's just because I got my start with synthetic wigs, and so I tend to see a lot of videos on synthetic wigs, but I don't see as many videos on human hair. And while I'm not a human hair wig expert by any stretch of the imagination, I do think there could be a little bit more help out there when it comes to human hair wigs. So this focus today is very, very narrow. It's just changing the part on this wig. And you can do this after washing, but in this video I'm going to show you how to do it if maybe you don't want to go through the whole effort of washing the wig, but you do need to change the part. This is a human hair wig from Chayala Friedman Salon out of New Jersey, and I've got more information. I have a video, a review, and all of that on this wig. I will make sure that's linked below. It's a luxury human hair wig. Great salon. If you want to know more about the salon, if you're in the market for human hair either now or in the future, and this isn't budget, I do have to warn you, then you can find that video linked in the description. I washed this wig. Normally, and this is how, oh gosh, I have this like lingering cough that I can't get rid of. This is actually how she air dried, which is pretty amazing. But normally I change the part after I wash. So I put the wig on after towel drying and I find where I want the part and I change it at that time. I don't know why I didn't do that with this one, but it's good because now I can make this video. So all you really need is a water bottle and some sort of hot air or heat source. I just have the Envy Air Styler. This is a like 4-in-1 product with a giant hot air brush, with a skinny hot air brush, and with a curling iron that blows air. And then this blows air as well. So that's what we're going to use. I might grab the hot air brush depending on how this goes. Some wigs the part's gonna change a little bit more easily than others. And it will depend where you can part it on your wig construction and how much parting space you have at the very top of the wig. So I have this much parting space, just that. So it isn't a lot. Some human hair wigs, the parting space is wider than this one. This is actually part of her more budget line, which is why there's more of a narrow part. I can still part it on the side. I just can't really do a deep part. So do keep in mind when you're purchasing a wig to ask some of those questions. You know, how much parting space do you have on the top? And then, you know, kind of note, where do you normally part your hair? If this is, I don't know how many inches this is. Let's say this is 4 inches, 5 inches, you know, then you can take a soft tape measure and kind of measure that 5 inches to make sure, or 4 inches or whatever it is, to make sure that if you part deeper than that, that might not be the best wig purchase for you. That's just a little tip. Okay, let's get to the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to just get my part in there. I like to use the tail of a rat tail comb, but you don't have to do that. You can use a comb, just the teeth part of the comb. And now it's going to spring right back, as you can see, because it's been sort of set in this direction and the knots can get a little stubborn. Remember, each individual strand up here we'll kind of clean up what's sticking up afterwards. Each strand of hair is individually knotted in by a human being, and those knots can kind of get stuck in one direction. So part of what we're doing is we are getting those knots to change directions so that the hair can change directions. So that's sort of the science behind why sometimes you can't just do this and comb it and change the part. All right, so now I want to spray this and get it wet because I need the hair to stay until I can take heat to it. You can also spray the hair before you part it, whatever works best for you. All right, I'm trying to look behind my camera here because I can't really see in my camera very well. Oh well, I can always fix it later if it's not perfect. Also remember, sometimes you gotta go back a little ways to make sure that that part is kind of congruent, even, parallel, whatever word I'm looking for, all the way back. Okay, so now I've got the part in place, and so now I want to set that part. Lots of ways to do it. A hot comb is great. You can use a hot comb, a hot airbrush, a hair dryer. I'm going to use the hair dryer. Just make sure I have all my settings right. And let's get it dry. Have to do this side as much because I didn't kind of change the direction, but I do want to make sure both sides are dry. Now they're not fully dry, but you can see it's not wanting to spring back the other direction. So that is, that was the goal. And then once I get that changed, then I can deal with how the front lays and how the side lays. So in this video, all we are doing is changing that part so that it doesn't want to spring back. And it's not. It's really that easy. I did it all in real time so that you could see. Now, if I wanted to get some lift in the front, then I could take that hair dryer and I could blow dry it back a little bit so that I'd have a little more lift in the front. Heat is a wonderful thing when it comes to human hair wigs, and it can allow you to do a lot of changes. But in the future, if you have a human hair wig and you want to change the part, then you just need a little water and a little heat, and it's really, really quick. If this were a synthetic, I have a video showing how I do that. On a regular synthetic, I use a clothing steamer because you don't want to use traditional heat. And on a heat-friendly synthetic, I like to use a hot comb. I'll link a couple of videos in the description box for those. Hope this helped. Have a great day, you guys.
Hey friends, thanks so much for watching. Here are a few videos I think you might enjoy. Go ahead and click on one and watch.